What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 5 Team Builder for the PCL. This week we are taking on Coach Mortal and the Grange Greninjas. So let's run through Mortal's team real quick here. He has Mega Glalie, Tapu Fini, Hawlucha, Rotom Heat, Galvantula, Zoroark, Licky, Gengar, Latias, Ferrothorn, and Sandslash. And he also drafted the Electrium Z Crystal. We did make a drop this week. We dropped Entei for Cresselia. Picked up a nice big wall for ourselves. Didn't really need the double fire in Entei and Salazzle. I've kind of been regretting that since I drafted it. And it took 4 weeks of play, and Entei not showing up once for me to figure out that this is probably the better way to go about things. Yeah, so Mortal has Mega Glalie with Ice Shard, Zoroark with Sucker Punch, and Gengar with Sucker Punch for priority. For hazard setting, he has Mega Glalie with Spikes, Galvantula with Sticky Webs, Ferrothorn with Stealth Rock and Spikes, and Sandslash with Stealth Rocks. For hazard removal, Mortal has Tapu Fini with Defog, Latias with Defog, and Sandslash with Rapid Spin. And his 4x weakness is in Ferrothorn to Fire. Technically Rotom Heat to Ground, but I don't believe anything I have knows like Gravity or Smackdown or anything like that, so we can't abuse that. Yeah, so let's get right into our team. We're going to start off with the newcomer this week in Diana, our Cresselia. Leftovers, Calm Mind, Moonblast, Psychic, Moonlight. Calm Mind Cresselia kind of bodies his team, and by kind of I mean it bodies his team, like 1,000,000% this thing. Just pretty much tears through his entire team. Moonblast is literally only there for the Zoroark. We have to have it to be able to hit the Zoroark. I'm considering putting Substitute there. I'm seriously considering putting Substitute there. If it's changed, then it's changed, and I'll put Substitute there, because we actually just have Moonblast only to hit the Zoroark, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Man, the fact that he has a Dark type to shut down Cresselia is just really annoying, and I think he's going to bring it too, which is the problem with this. Psychic hits literally the rest of his team, besides Zoroark, really well, or for super effective damage, and Moonlight is there for some good recovery. We are a special wall because most of Mortal's team is special attackers, and even being a special wall, things like Hawlucha, which is like his prime physical attacker, even at +2 acrobatics is not doing a lot to us whatsoever. Yeah, max HP, max special defense with Calm, and I put the last 4 into special attack to get kind of a little bit more out of our special attacking stat. That's Diana. Next up is Spam, our Mega Pidgeot with the Burb Spam, with Big Peck's ability. Sword Defense can't be lowered. Heat Wave, Hurricane, U-Turn, and Roost. Pretty standard Pidgeot set for the most part. Heat Wave is there to hit the Ferrothorn really well. It's going to hit the Mega Glalie pretty well. Hurricane hits a lot of his team really well, especially if I can catch like Hawlucha coming in on a switch. Hurricane's going to hit that thing really hard. Yeah, U-Turn for good momentum. Roost for reliable recovery. We've got enough speed with Timid to outpace Hawlucha naturally. That is the fastest thing on his team. If he brings Hawlucha without Tapu Fini or with like a Power Herb or something, then we're going to outspeed the Hawlucha and we'll be able to kill it with like a Hurricane. Yeah, max special attack, and I just pop the rest into HP because it's going to be an odd value of HP. So next up is Samantha, our Salazzle. I've not really used Salazzle very well. It's kind of comparable to the UPVA where I haven't really used Heliolisk and Crocodile very well. But this week we're bringing Setup Salazzle. So Life Orb with Nasty Plot, Flamethrower, Sludge Wave, and Toxic. Once we get a Nasty Plot up, we pretty much body his entire team. As long as Hawlucha is dead or chipped. Hawlucha could kill me with an Acrobatics, but he cannot kill me with a High Jump Kick just because we resist it. And I've got some HP investment, so at +2, Flamethrower is going to kill that Hawlucha, obviously, or Sludge Wave actually would do the most to the Hawlucha, but yeah, we pretty much tear through his team at +2. Toxic is there just because, I guess. Honestly, I really didn't have a better move to put there. I might actually just look through that after I'm done filming this and put a different move in there, just because Tapu Fini like kind of stops me bringing Toxic in the first place, but it's kind of nice for something like Licky if he brings like Wish Passing Licky. Enough speed on there to outspeed Gengar and Latias, which both hit the 110 speed tier. Max special attack, the rest is popping HP. Luckily we still have an odd value of HP there, 291. Next up's Rai1, our Raichu. We're bringing Choice Scarfed with Lightning Rod, Volt Switch, Hidden Power, Fire, and Thunderbolt were literally the only three moves that I needed, and then I wanted to put Extreme Speed on there, but it's not valid with the hidden ability. And I think Lightning Rod is really good to stop things like Rotom Heat and Galvantula from just clicking Electric type moves. So I put Reflect on there, which is valid with the hidden ability because Raichu can learn it in Gen 1, and if you transfer that up, it's a hidden ability. So we've got Reflect on there. With Reflect, my Excadrill can take hits. It can take a high jump kick from a Hawlucha, which is really good. So I think Reflect will be. It could come in clutch if we're Scarfed and we click Reflect and then die, and then Excadrill gets some turns of Reflect to either set up or take a hit and then kill, you know, sort of thing. If we get a little chip on Hawlucha, Excadrill can actually clean it up with an Iron Head. So Hawlucha is, by the way, what I have identified as the biggest problem in my team this week. That's pretty much it. So yeah, max speed naive lets us speed tie with Scarfed Gengar or Scarfed Latios. No idea if you'd bring either of those. HP Fire is there to hit the Ferrothorn, obviously. Besides that, if he brings Sandslash in on my Raichu, I'm kind of screwed, so I have to go into Pidgeot. But Pidgeot deals with the Sandslash relatively well, anyways, with Hurricane. So next up's Lyra, our Tyranitar Smooth Rock, with Protect, Stealth Rock, Superpower, and Stone Edge. Yeah, so this is kind of an interesting one. For the most part, Protect is pretty much only there if Hawlucha's in on me, and I just want him to take 50% from missing High Jump Kick. Stealth Rocks are good against his team, and if he wants to remove hazards, if he doesn't bring Sandslash and he wants to remove hazards, then he's getting rid of webs on my side of the field, which is good for me. Superpower's only there for the Ferrothorn, because I need a way to deal with that, and then Stone Edge hits everything else on his team really well, except the Sandslash. I can't really hit the Sandslash very well with my Tyranitar unless I'm running like Ice Beam or something, which I don't plan on doing. So max HP, max defense with Impish, so we can potentially take like a Hawlucha high jump kick. I have no idea if we actually can or not, but it'd be great to know that, and then we could, like, I don't know, click Superpower and sack ourselves off, and then Excadrill can clean it up maybe. I don't know really. Potentially behind a Reflect, I don't even know. Yeah, next up, speaking of Excadrill, is Drillbeat, our Excadrill, with Life Orb, Sand Rush ability, Iron Head, SD, Earthquake, and Rapid Spin. Hopefully I don't have to click Rapid Spin with Life Orb, I really hate that, but if he gets webs up, then it's probably more likely than not that I'm going to have to click Rapid Spin. Iron Head deals with a lot of the things on his team. Earthquake also deals with a lot of things on his team. Earthquake two-shots the Tapu Fini. He kind of has to run water coverage on Tapu Fini, which kind of hinders Tapu Fini, because most of the time Tapu Fini realistically wants to just run like Moonblast and then have other moves in the other slots. But he's going to have to run water coverage. Excuse me. For the Excadrill, Tyranitar, and Salazzle. That's pretty much it. Besides that, he could just run Moonblast, but that's 3 of 11, so he would want to run that. Yeah, if we can SD up, then, you know, Iron Head Earthquake hit his entire team except for Rotom Heat really well. So, I was considering putting Rock Slide on this, and I'm considering it even more now that I've just mentioned that Rotom Heat can take those really well. You know what, we're not going to go to +2 at any point in this game, I don't think, so I'm just going to put Rock Slide on there. There we go. We've got enough speed on Excadrill to outpace Scarf Gengar or Scarf Latios in the sand. So as long as we're in sand, we are outspeeding Scarf Gengar or Scarf Latios. There's actually no way that we can outspeed Hawlucha with its Unburden boost, so I'm just gonna leave it like this for now, because that thing literally outspeeds everything on my entire team. I don't have a ton of priority on my team in the first place to deal with it. I was initially thinking I might run like Quick Attack on Raichu, but I think Reflect is going to help out a little bit more. I did drop the majority of my priority with my Extreme Speed Entei So that doesn't really help very much, but I think Salazzle's going to hit harder and things like that. Sorry, Salazzle also gives me a really good speed tier that I like. So, um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully we don't get absolutely bodied by Mortal. That'd be kind of sad. Um, we had a fairly lackluster game against Libraries and the Compton Clinks, and I'd really like to pick up a win because we haven't actually played a game in PCL that we've won since week 1. So, yeah, that'd be nice. Keep an eye out also for Dunsparce's and Dragonites post-draft recap at some point. We haven't started the draft when I'm filming this, but I know the week that I'm gonna play Mortal is the week when that draft will be happening. So that video will probably come out either after the Christmas break, because I can't film it unless I'm at my computer, or before I go home for Christmas break, if the draft is finished. So yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, so that league's gonna be coming out. I'll probably be posting that one on YouTube, I would think. Well, anyways, keep an eye out for it, and then if it never comes out, then obviously I decided not to post it, but that's the idea. So yeah, I will see you guys for the battle.